Hey foodies, welcome to Fast Food Foodie Friday. My name's Keisha, and if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I welcome you. You guys, I usually do a Foodie Friday with a full-on recipe. This is a fast food Foodie Friday, which means that I'm only going to give you the highlights because this is a real easy dish to make. Everything is pretty much cooked and I just have to put it together. Basically, it doesn't take long to make. So tonight I'm making turkey dumplings using my leftover turkey breast. But first, I am going to show you guys what I did to preserve and freeze my leftover turkey from Thanksgiving so that I can make more meals from it. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys just a little glimpse into my after Thanksgiving madness when I preserve and save a lot of my turkey. You know, I don't know about you guys, but especially this season I had a huge turkey and I had a lot left over, and I do that on purpose so that I can use the extra that's left over for future dinners and recipes. So I always part it out. I don't let any of the bird go to waste. I have my chicken breast slices here that I can use for sandwiches, or I'm thinking about using it for turkey and dumplings. And so in this bag I have pieces of turkey wing and the back of the turkey, like the tail part and pieces of the back. And that I'll probably end up using to flavor greens or beans or something like that I need to add a smoky flavor, because this turkey I smoked. So everything in this turkey has that smoky hint of smokiness to it. And then like the parts that are smaller, like the tail, the wings, the legs even, the neck, all has really good smoky flavor to them. Yeah, this turkey, I ended up cooking it. I brined it first in a liquid brine and let it sit for a little more than 24 hours. And then I smoked it for a good, I don't know, I think I started it at 9:30, and I didn't take it out until about 5. I think it was about 5. So it had a nice long simmering smoke. So this bag has more of the turkey chest part, and I put all the fat and the jelly juice part of it in here. So I'll most likely use that to flavor some soup or lentil soup. Of course, I parted out the legs and put them separate. I had one wing left, so I stuck it in with one of the legs. And the legs I'll probably use for beans, to flavor some beans. Or there's other recipes that I use them with, like I'll make turkey and gravy to serve over rice or to put with mashed potatoes. So none of it goes to waste. My point in showing this to you is you don't have to throw out that carcass. You can use it to flavor and be an additional accompaniment or complement to another dish or recipe. So all I'm gonna do, these are all freezer bags, I'm gonna stick this in the freezer, and when I'm ready for them, thaw them and use them. I know there are some people that they can the broth and they use the turkey back and chest part and bones that's left to make bone broth, turkey bone broth or turkey broth, period. And I don't do a whole lot of canning because I don't have any storage space in my kitchen. Not until I get it remodeled, then I'll have enough space to do stuff like that. But for right now, the freezer works for me. So I just wanted to share this with you guys as a little tip in case there's some of you who don't do this, that maybe it gave you a great idea to do it in the future. Okay, so all I'm gonna do to get the air out of here is I left this part open, and I'm just gonna, I have the sink full of water, and I'm just gonna push this down here in the water, and this forces the air out so that these will have less air when you put them in the freezer. makes it easier for storage, and it lasts longer. So, and there we have it. Now, this isn't my first time making dumplings, but it's been a long time, so I had to go and find a recipe to use. And I will include that recipe down in the description for you guys. But I just wanted to be transparent with you that this recipe for these dumplings is not my own. So I added in 2 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, and about a tablespoon, a little more than a tablespoon of this Montreal steak seasoning to this. And now I am going to open this up right here so I can add my milk to this. I'm trying to do all this one-handed. I'm being my own camera person. This is 3/4 cup of milk, and I'm gonna add 4 tablespoons of melted butter. I'm gonna get all this stirred and mixed in, and when it's all incorporated together, then it'll be ready for me to add it to the soup. So I'll be back when it's finished, when it's ready to go into the soup. Okay, you guys, so this is ready. This is definitely ready. So the only thing I'm going to add to this is I'm going to put some parsley, some dried parsley in here. And that is it. We are done. I'm going to turn this off. And you guys know what time it is. It is time to plate it up. Well, actually, I'm going to put it in a bowl this time because this is soup. And soup always goes in a bowl and not a plate because it's runny and loose and everything. But you know how it goes. I'll be back when I get it all bowled up for us. Okay, you guys, so this is the end product. This is what I'm feeding my family tonight. And as you can see, the broth is still loose, but it has a lot more body to it. It's not as loose. And you can see the dumplings. There's a couple of other pieces in here too. You can see it's really hot. But I am going to take a bite of this for you guys and let you know what I think about it. I mean, I've already tasted the broth, which is really good. And as this sits, and even like the next day, it's going to be even better. Because all the flavors would have a chance to set in and stuff. So, I'm going to take a bite of this. Yeah, that's good. That was really good. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Fast Food Foodie Friday. I thank you for watching, and I will include all the ingredients, and there's a recipe that I followed for the dumplings. There's also contained in that recipe how they made their soup part. I didn't follow their soup part. I made my own soup part. But you're welcome to use their soup part if you want. At least it'll give you a guide as to how it's done or how it could be done. But what I used from that recipe was for the dumplings. And the dumplings are delicious. So this is what I'm feeding my family tonight. And I will see you guys next Friday for another episode of Foodie Friday. And as always, God bless.